as interesting as my weekend got, the only thing.
Oh, mate, can we talk about your weekend first? What about you?
Go on.
At Mastio Bastero, I agree with what you're saying.
People, you know,
what has got into you this week? What's happened at this weekend where you thought you're going to back down from the high horse, the high perch, the high house you're on?
The high house you're on. Is that your analogy? You're on a high house up there, Goody. No. So obviously, talking about the game. So it was obviously commentating on a French game at the weekend, and Toulon lost away from home to Agen. Agen are absolutely shocking. Toulon should never lose that game. It doesn't help that he's picked Julian Surveyor at 12. He's picked a prop on the wing. He's picked a second row in at scrum half, and all these crazy French things that have gone on. And obviously, Morad Boujallal comes out and absolutely tears Julian Surveyor to pieces in the press. To pieces. Says, I want a DNA test. I'll pay him over €1 million a year. This is not the player I've signed. I said, he can leave. He's not welcome at Toulon. Imagine you've got another year in your contract and your boss is saying that. So fair play to Bastero. Bastero's come out and said, I'm behind you, brother, or whatever he said. And lo and behold, I've already gone out and tweeted about Morad Boujallal, wind your neck in, at Morad.
He hates you, apparently.
At Morad. Well, he's done a load of pieces. He's done a load of bits and bobs in interviews in Midi Olympique, and he slagged me off. I had a French commentator, a French journalist ring me about 5 weeks ago or something, asking if I'd do.
And what did he say?
Hello. And he told me all about Morad going in the press and doing, you know, he did a big piece abusing me about the Matthew Bastero incident when I outed him for saying what he did about
Negri.
Yeah, about Negri. And he's gone mad at me, so I'm giving it back to him. Why can't I? Morad, I think it's something like at Morad RCT. You're a helmet. Pipe the fuck down. Wind your neck in. You don't want him. Pay him out. That's all I said. And Bastero agreed. And I agree with Bastero. I still don't like him.
Did Bastero tweet you back?
No.
Oh, of course not. No. Well, interestingly, I've had a source tell me that Salvea is quite hard work. Him and his missus, the package together. And they had issues at Hurricanes, a similar kind of thing. And Boujallal came out today, being Wednesday, when we're recording the podcast, and gave a little bit more context around it, didn't he? And if the things that he's saying are correct, then I think he has a point. I genuinely do. If you're paying someone €1 million a year, and I've watched Surveyor play this year, he played on the wing against Edinburgh, against Darcy Graham, who's probably on what he gets paid a month. He probably gets paid less Darcy Graham does a year, and he embarrassed him in that game.
Yeah.
As an owner, if you're paying that much money, you expect someone to be better, regardless of what position you play him in. And his missus out there tweeting and stuff. So I don't know anything about him or his missus or about Boujallal myself.
Well, Boujjal's a helmet. So basically, when you're talking about Vermeulen wanting to leave, or all the Ashley were not happy there, and other players that reportedly, Reece Webb, it's a clueless environment. That's from the top is clueless, which is Boujallal.
But if you're the owner though, and you're as vocal as you are now, if you own that club, right?
Yep.
Would you not come out and say anything?
Not to the extent. I'd say I'm very disappointed in the team. You can't come out and hammer players like he has, unless if you're saying he's not welcome at Toulon, you go to him and go, "There's your contract. You've got 18 months left on your contract. You're earning £1 million a year. There's €1.5 million.
I'd try and push him. I would. I'd try and say, mate, you're playing crap. You obviously don't want to be here. Your missus don't want to be here.
But you've got a contract. Is it law?
Well, yeah, but he's obviously trying to make him walk.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. So think about this one. So say Julian Surveyor's tearing the house down, scoring 10 tries a game.
Yeah.
And he's on €1 million a year. If he goes into Morad Boujallal and say, you pay me that $1 million, I want 2, give me it now, gun to his head. Morad's going to go...
Why are you getting all violent?
Morad wouldn't do it the other way round. So if you want to get rid of someone, there's a contract. Contracts are there in whatever walk of life to protect both sides. And you've agreed something. It's not Surveyor's fault. Morad Boujallal offered him what he offered him. They both agreed it. They both signed it. He's not playing that well. Of course he's not. Every player goes through their ups and downs except for Jim Hamilton, who was
true,
just shite the whole way through his career. And if you don't want someone, don't come out and say you're not welcome. Just pay him off.